We swipe the card, we insert the card, or we tap the card. Most of the people tap the card. They prefer to do that. That is contactless payment. Some people do like swipe the card because their chip is not working in their computer, their cards. So they are using that swipe. If someone would like to do this, they have to, once they swipe the card, insert the card, tap the card, and tap the card, you don't need a PIN. Whereas, by swiping and inserting the card, the machine will ask you which mode of payment you would like to use. A card, credit card, as a saving account, or check account. By selecting that account, you just tag the right account of the customer, press the green button, and it starts processing. And then it tells you that there is automatic prints come out. You see? So that print, one is for the business, and the second one is for customer copy. So keep in mind that whenever we using these machines, we have to enter the right amount. If you want to charge a surcharge, that would be the right surcharge as well. And then if customer identify their account, should be the right account as well. What happened if I put the wrong, selected the wrong account?
It's
It's declined.
Yeah, decline. Yeah.
Once it's declined, what do you do?
Again, I have to do, the
So
right
you
price.
do the whole process again, or what do you
And
do?
the right price, the right.
You just change the account.
Yeah.
So it gives you the option to select
Actually,
different
the
account.
machine gives you want to use another account, another card, so you tell them by pressing the green button, you say yes. So then the machine will work accordingly. So by the end of the day, as I'm going to do again here, there is a menu function. That menu function tells you the history of your transaction. If you want to take the summary of your payment, you can just press print and it starts giving you print. So this the whole day transaction is here. So it tells you how much business you have made with this machine, through this machine by the end of the day. So this kind of function is an additional function for your normal day-to-day running business. Do you have any idea if someone is over the telephone and asks you, I would like to make the payment over the telephone. Can you do that? Yes?
They do.
So how you do that?
So on the machine, it shows you the option
Mm-hmm.
that gives you like the opportunity to get the customer's card number, the
Okay.
card details, the expiry date, and the security code.
Okay.
So you enter the information and then you can charge them the amount they need to pay.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, you need to select certain options, and then you need to know the specific code that you know to access that option. Only the owners of the machine or like the operators know that code. So not everyone can charge people. Only the people who work at the place
Yes.
can do that. Yes.
What else?
That's it.
What about the printer? How the customer knows that I am in charge and I am not?
Oh, it shows up on the statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if he asks you to just text me my slate.
Yeah, so you after you've charged, it gives you the option of printing, so you can print a copy of the customer and then
Mm.
you send them a screenshot or
You
whatever.
can also send the SMS to the customer.
Yeah,
Yes.
For putting his number.
Some of the machine and some of the banks, they have a system where automatic SMS goes to the customer telling them that this much amount has been charged from your account.
Oh.
So that's again like advanced technology, IT. So now I'm going to explain you the whole process how to charge. In this machine, there is a menu function. Once you press the menu, the sign appears MOTO. Press that, it will ask you the password of your user password. That could be 11, 22, 33 or something, whatever you selected. Then after that, you have to follow the prompt. It's display on your screen, enter the card number. Once you enter the card number, it asks you about the expiry date. Once you give the expiry date, it asks you about CCV code. That is a confidential code of a customer which engraved on the back of your chip card. Without that code, nobody can make the transaction. Once you put that code, press the green button and confirm the amount. Once you press the green button and confirm the amount, it says accepted or declined. So accepted means transaction is gone. Now we have received the payment. If it says decline, we have to tell the customer your card is not working. So you have to give us other card or your password is wrong. So this is the way where we're going to charge the customer over the telephone. And that is again a secure method as well. So do you know how to change the roller of this machine? Print roll? The print roll, normally what we do is just take this out. That's the roll. By chance in finishing. And you know, when the roll is near to finish, it starts with red tape. This identifies that roll is just for 5 or 10 transactions. So you have to replace the roll by the time the red line starts coming with your printouts. Put a new roll, yeah, and press this button. Okay. One more thing. If, as we says, mobile hang up, computer hang up, if this machine hang up, what are you going to do?
Mostly I turn off.
But in some functions, it doesn't work.
Then you have to call if it's machine, machine service number.
That's another process. But mainly what you do is
and just unput the battery.
open up the
Okay.
back
That
of
resets the system.
this machine
The battery there.
that got a battery.
Okay.
Take this battery out, leave it for 20-30 seconds,
Okay.
and then plug it again.
Okay.
That refreshes the whole software. Once you power it on, it thus starts the new way of software. Like all the software, the bugs comes in the software, they have been removed and it refreshed the software. So this is the second function which I have identified about the maintenance of these machines. Alright, so you like to use this You want to show me that how to use this?
Yes,
Come on.
yes. I know. Put it on.
You want me to turn on?
Yes.
Yeah.
You tap insert swipe card.
Yeah.
You have to tap card,
Oh,
swipe
yeah.
card.
Just press enter. Press enter again. You see? It starts taking out the print.
Yeah.
Now press again button.
Tap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is your receipt.
Alright, okay.
And you can take another receipt for the customer as
customer.
well.
Yeah, I have to press enter.
No, you need to that button. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. So now, do you think you have enough knowledge, enough details about this machine? Do you have any question about the usage or operational or maintenance of this machine? Any question?
Sometimes when the customers come and they give, and sometimes it takes time too long to process. Why like that?
Normally, what I recommend is that you have to refresh your machine once in a week. Once in a week, you have to take out the
The
battery
battery, okay.
and attach again after 10-15 seconds. So this refresh the whole software
Yes.
and that improves the processing. One more thing is where it take long time because all these machines they got chip card, the SIM card.
SIM card.
So the signal, the service provider signals, like this got a Telstra card. If the Telstra service is down, it's automatically down. Couple of years ago, this was happened in Australia. The service went down, and all their posts and all these things they stopped working. So you can't make transaction in the banks, you can't make payments on the telephone or the credit card machines as well. So this kind of things happens. So if I ask you to summarize what we have learned today, it's written over here how you can explain in your own word. Holly?
You have talked about the Apple machine, how to make the payments, and you already told about the money.
Mm-hmm.
So you told about the plastic money and how can we use that money by
Mhm.
using that Apple machine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a simple method. You can put the amount in it, and like if there is any surcharges, you can put surcharges, and you can also make the payments over the phone
Mm-hmm.
by putting your password, like owner password and the card number,
Okay.
the expiry date of card number, and the pin code of the card number, like CVV.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing about is maintenance
Okay.
and the paper roll.
Yeah.
And sometimes if it is stuck, then how can you refresh it? Like putting out the battery
All right.
and putting it again, so you can like use it again.
All right. What else? Sadir?
At the end of you can take the report of the service, whatever.
Yes, summary record. Yeah. Very
You
good.
do that transaction, you can take it on all and you can look.
Yeah.
And you have to be refreshed once in a week.
Yeah.
Machine.
All right.
out the battery and refresh it and then put it.
Anything you have learned about this?
I don't know if I do my payment at some shopping mall or where. How come I know that my payment is done safely? If it is not, because last time when I went to Sparkshed, I left my card there, and then that lady said that do you want me to take your money? I don't know how we can make our payments safe.
Safe. Very good. Good question. Actually, all the banks have their different policies. But normally within a certain time, like 5 hours, 6 hours of any transaction, and if you find it's not yours, you have to report it back to the bank. Because the shop owner, the business owner who is charging you this money cannot guarantee you that the data you have supplied them is safe.
Okay.
Even in some of the countries, they, they take your card details through your ATM. There are some chips and some cameras, hidden camera on your ATM machine. They purposefully, the people who are playing around, they purposefully use that cameras and take out your PIN number or take your data, your card details and everything, and they use it.
Is it safe to make your payment on phone?
Totally depends on the business. Totally depends on how fast you have your banking system is. If you are having SMS functionality active on your bank account, whenever you make the transaction, whenever any transaction hits your account with a monetary impact, it gives you the details, texts you, tells you that this much amount has been charged to you, and you can have a look. Or I have used this? No, I didn't. If you do that, then you have to call your service provider, the bank, or any company who is providing you with that card, and tell them that I made this transaction. Now I haven't made this transaction, so it is my SMS is showing like that I made this transaction. Then according to their protocol and their procedure, they will ask you a couple of questions about the security, your name, your date of birth, and your license number or something like that, and probably they will block your account. And then they have their insurance, and that insurance cover your stolen money as well. So this is the process normally is in practice around the world. Anything else?
Just one question can I ask?
Yes, please.
Actually, when I use this machine, FS machine for my, like business, what happening, we got the history of, like whatever we owning,
Yeah.
that they give us history of. But that day they are not paying. It takes time, like 3 days. Normally when we transaction to bank, so we can check, the 200 I transfer to that bank, and we can check that amount. It goes very straight. But the FS machine, which takes time for money, and the government, that is little bit,
this is kind of processing. You have the bank, might be they don't have the same bank. You are in a different bank and they have a different bank. You are sitting in Perth, might be they have their account in Sydney.
Okay.
So all the transaction, whatever you made over here, hit their bank. Once the money comes to their bank,
Okay.
then they will transfer their money to your account. Machine will tell them that this is the money we have received,
Yeah.
but practically they have to verify. Nobody can give you money
Yeah.
if it's coming to the machine and not hitting to their bank. They can't take responsibility for those things. Anything else? Let's move on. So two things we haven't mentioned, like recall, the service of equipment and record of service. As I said to you, that if your software is delaying the transactions, you have to refresh it periodically, like every week, every weekend or something like that. So that will cover up your functionality of your machines quick. Thank you very much for all this, and thanks for your time. I hope you learn everything about the use of office equipment. Particularly, we did discuss about the FOS, its functions, its maintenance over the telephone payments. As Malik explained, that I've learned this. So, any question, anything you want to ask?
Thank you
All right.
very much.
Thank you very much for this, and there is a couple of forms for the feedback. I'll request you to fill
So
that.
one thing, I was using this machine, sir,
Yeah,
on business. I don't know the refreshment the machine how to do. That is I know that day.
the refreshing
Yeah.
automation.
Yeah, that is I learned from you. Really, I don't know that.
What about online payments? You know about that?
No.
Over the telephone payments?
Yeah.
Now, one thing, you take this copy of my slides.
Okay.
It tells you how to take the over the telephone payment as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you
Mr.
very
Pika.
much.
There are